But with that comes challenges. And when you got challenges, then young folks feel that.
Yeah.
You know, there's challenges of all sorts of, you know, where we've got single parent families, divorce is high for various reasons, and so the youth are being impacted.
Yeah.
So we're really super excited to have our very first Rainbow Rocks at the Georgia Aquarium coming up on 11/27, which is Sunday, which is after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a great day to have it. That should be a nice little event.
Well, we were hoping and actually just planning it around the event because of the fact that a lot of times people have families come into town, they're looking for things to do. I know as kids we used to go to the movies that very next day.
Yeah.
Well, and then my kids are 21 and 24 now,
Yeah.
but we used to go to one of the retail stores, you know, they wanted to go shopping. There was a particular one that they just absolutely loved, and you know, that got to be a little bit of a tradition. But now we hope to start a new tradition, and that's going to the Georgia Aquarium every year to see the holiday festive lights. We're going to have a private event area. The blue whales are there. We're super excited about them. And they've got some really new programs in the 3D theater. It's just a fun time.
That sounds like fun.
That is the very first day that they're going to launch their holiday lighting, and it's going to be music and lights popping, and it's just going to be
really nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, well that sounds like a lot of fun. So why did you decide that you wanted to put together the Rainbow Rocks holiday kickoff event?
It actually evolved. I did a lot of club promotions in Atlanta, and I saw the young people having a great time, but right now the young people that I grew up with in the club scene are starting to get into their early 30s. They're starting to have families, and then I'm starting to see some of the family issues that they're having in trying to keep that unity together or trying to educate the young people. So it's really just an evolution of what I've been doing all my life.
Okay. So the Rainbow Rocks, what are some of the things, I mean, it's a family-friendly event, so anybody, you know, with family and children, and anybody can come. You don't necessarily have to be of the, you know, gay lesbian community. You can just come out and enjoy the whales and the dolphins, and I love dolphins, so I'm looking forward to checking them out.
Well, it's going to be super awesome. It's going to be a great time for everybody. It's in our community we call it flaming, so it's not a flaming event, but we're going to have some really gay friendly where people can come in and they can feel that they're around like-minded people, but then those that are open to the community. I'll be honest with you, I'm from the South, as I mentioned. The Northern and even out in California, they tend to be more open-minded. It's like when I learned that from the club scene. Let's just party with everybody. The better time is let's just have a great time.
Right.
But then a lot of times you get into these segmented type mentalities. And this is what we're trying to break here in Georgia and break through some of those things where we're all having a great time together.
Right.
And one of the things is you may hear, of course, everybody cuts up about the letters that we have. So it's LGBT, and then we have Q and I, which is a whole nother conversation. You can have me out. But then on the end we can attach on an A, which means allies. That means people that totally support the community. You may have a makeup artist, you may have somebody that does your hair that's gay, that you just absolutely love them. And that doesn't mean that you understand all about what they're about, but this is to try to really just help bridge that gap and just let everybody know we all bleed red.
Yeah. I mean, I have a niece who is gay, a lesbian. I'm still getting used to it.
See, that's what I'm saying. And that's okay,
know,
because there is an awkwardness. And that's what we're trying to get over is that awkwardness.
And there's people, I mean, the same with people with disabilities in our families, as in many families, it's part of our community.
That's right.
I mean, so we have to really get a better understanding and to have an open discussion about the community, and it's a very vocal and very vital community. I mean, they get things done.
And that's a great correlation, because in the disability community, just a brief correlation, if you see someone that's disabled in a wheelchair, somebody that does not know about disabilities, you don't know how to approach it.
Exactly.
You want to smile, you want to give that child some joy, or even that adult some joy, but you don't know really how to address it.
Mhm.
And this is the same type of segue. So we're working with people that may or may not know. But the whole purpose is just have fun.
Yeah.
Come out and have a great time. It's not that intense. It's the main thing is for everybody to get together and just see that we're
Yeah, it's a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon after
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving. And so tell us about the prices and you know, where they can get information and get tickets, because we want to make sure that, you know, as many people as possible can
Sure.
participate.
Well, it's $26.95, and I'm absolutely delighted and excited to know that they have reduced the rates for us to be able to bring this program in. They have several new programs, 3 new programs that they are having this year. They are so it's if you've got membership and you've done some things, guess what? It's brand new. It's going to be all brand new. You're going to love the 3D movie. It's the Polar Express. We're super excited.